Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee, and welcome to this card making tutorial. This is the card I have to share with you today. It's this lovely Christmas card, and this features the Artful Amaryllis bundle from Stampin Up, and we're going to show you how to do some very easy two-step stamping to create this lovely card. So let's get started. I've got a scrap piece here of basic white cardstock. And this is the stamp set, as I said, Artful Amaryllis, and we're going to use the amaryllis here. So, I'm going to stamp firstly in, let's stamp in Memento Tuxedo Black. I'll just ink up our stamp. And this is just a clear photopolymer stamp, so it's really easy to line everything up. So, I'll stamp that down. Lovely, and then I'm just going to clean my stamp. As you know, I like to clean up as I go along, and I'm just going to use the simple chamois here. And then we're going to use the two-step stamping bit, so I'm going to switch to a smaller block, it's easier. And what colour should we do this amaryllis in, do you think? Let's see what I've got. Let's go with a real red again, same as I had before, I think. Or yeah, let's do the real red again. Okay, so just gonna give this a really good ink up, and then you need to look straight through your stamp from the top. So sorry if my head is in the camera, but you need to look straight through the stamp so that you can line everything up as best as you can. It's really easy to line up, and then straight down, and just hold that for a second. There we go, easy. You can re-stamp it if you want it to be darker. I actually quite like that. It is meant to have colour variation, it's not meant to be one solid colour. So let's clean that up. Put this back in its little home and get that out of the way. I'm just going to give my block a little clean because I've got it all messy. And then let's see, what shall we stamp our sentiment in? Let's stamp it in a green. So I'm going to go for, what am I going to go for? Should we go for, we've got shaded spruce or we've got garden green. I think I'm going to go for garden green. Let's see. So we need to stamp our leaves first. Sorry, I shouldn't have taken that away. Getting ahead of myself here. So I'm just going to again stamp, ink this up. And again, you want to look straight through your stamp. Sorry, my head's in the camera. And down. Like that. Lovely. And do another little clean up job. And then I'm going to stamp just the last little leaves here. And I tend to always try and go for a block that's closest to the size of my stamp, so I don't have lots of over stamping. So there we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now we can put away our Artful Amaryllis. And I'm going to bring in another stamp set here called Reindeer Fun. And we're just going to use here the Merry Christmas. So I'm going to use my grid paper to line, keep everything as straight as I can. So use those lines on my grid paper. Pick this up with my block. And ink it up. I'm going to just stamp it there. Lovely. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to cut out my Artful Amaryllis using the matching die here, and I'll be back. So I've cut everything else out. This is a piece of the Take a Bow Designer Series paper, and this measures 14.35 centimeters by 10. And then I've cut a circle here, and I use the Everyday Details dies, and I use this largest circle because then I have a really pretty circle that I can use for another craft. So I'll get 2 for the price of 1 there, so that's great. I've cut out my amaryllis using the matching dies, as I said, and I've just used my trimmer to cut out my sentiment. So let's start to assemble our card. Our card base here is basic white, and this is a thick basic white, so that's a standard card A6 card base. So that's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And then I'm just going to glue this panel down on top. I'm just using some Tombow liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to glue that on top, trying to get it as straight as possible, like that. Okay, and then I think we're going to have this tucked in here, so I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of my amaryllis. So let's get some dimensionals here. We're just going to put these on the back here. So this is a good time to say, if you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to future videos. And if you do want to find any more information about the project, all the measurements and the supply list and all that good stuff is on the blog post, so do check that out, and you'll find the link in the description box below. Okay, so I think we're going to switch to small dimensionals. So these are the mini ones, or as I call them, the baby ones. And I'm just going to put a few. As you know, I'm normally generous with my adhesive. I don't want anything getting squashed in the post. That'll do. So now let's take the backs off these pesky dimensionals. I go through dimensionals, as you can imagine, like a dose of Epsom salts, as the saying goes. So I'm actually making this card, but I make these my projects for my blog and YouTube way ahead of time. So I'm actually doing this on the 1st of September, but this won't go out till October, I think. You'll be watching this, should be October. But I tell you, it feels like October here today because it's just been raining and gloomy and yuck. Totally yucky weather, so cheering myself up by making Christmas cards. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck this in at the bottom so it seems like it's coming out of this window. I'm not happy with that. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. Lovely. And then we can get rid of some backings. And I'm just going to mat this on some more of the Take a Bow Designer Series paper here. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back of my sentiment. I'm just going to use the corner and just line that up. Press it down. It's not very straight. And straighten it up a bit. That's better. Sort of better. Yeah, that'll do. And then I'm just going to cut out around here using my scissors. Just going to cut very roughly, and then I'll cut it properly. Yep, that'll do me. Don't measure it, just go for it and hope for the best. So I'm going to put this down again just there so it hides all of this. So I want glue in the middle, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on either side. Lovely. Okay, so get rid of those backings. I'll try and put them in the bin as I go so things don't have a chance to go all over the place. And hopefully that looks reasonably straight. No, it's not straight. Yeah, that's better. And then I've got some of these neutrals adhesive wax sequins, and we're just going to scatter a few here and there. So I always use my pokey tool to do this, so let's just scatter a few. Want to find a space, that will do. So there you go. There are our Amaryllis Christmas cards featuring the Artful Amaryllis bundle from Stampin' Up. I hope you like these cards. If you did, as I said, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up so YouTube know and subscribe to future videos. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.